I really want to speak Japanese, but should I study grammar first? I've tried studying grammar so many times, but honestly, it's so boring that I always end up giving up.
I get this question all the time, and honestly, I completely get where you are coming from because almost every Japanese learner hears the same advice. You need to master grammar first. And sure, grammar matters, but here's the thing, if your goal is to have real conversations in Japanese, you don't have to master grammar before you start speaking. In fact, if studying grammar keeps draining your motivation and making you quit, it's probably time to change your approach. I think the biggest reason so many learners get stuck is that they confuse two completely different skills, knowing Japanese and speaking Japanese. Those aren't the same thing. You can memorize hundreds of grammar rules, you can learn thousands of vocabulary words, but then a Japanese person asks, what do you usually do on weekends? Why are you learning Japanese? What do you like about Japan? And suddenly, your mind goes completely blank. Why? Because speaking isn't just about grammar or vocabulary. Speaking is a skill, and like any other skill, you only get better by actually doing it. So, what should you do instead? Start with the Japanese you actually want to use. If your goal is to have conversations with Japanese people, practice talking about the things you naturally talk about. Things like your self introduction, your hobbies, your job, your family, why you started learning Japanese, your experiences in Japan, and Japanese food and culture. Those are the topics that come up in real conversations. But so many learners spend years studying grammar and vocabulary without ever practicing how to talk about themselves. That's why they freeze. They know the grammar, they know the vocabulary, they just haven't practiced using it. So don't try to learn all of Japanese fast. Learn Japanese to use it. Every time you learn something new, ask yourself, when I am actually going to use this, what kind of conversation would I use this in? Don't learn Japanese just to collect knowledge. Learn it to communicate. For example, 私はブラブラです。ブラブラの仕事をしています。日本語を勉強し始めた理由はブラブラです。日本食ではブラブラが好きです。Those are simple sentences, but they are enough to start talking about yourself. That's where you should start. As you keep practicing, though, you'll eventually hit a wall. You'll think, I know exactly what I want to say. I just don't know how to say it in Japanese. I wish I could express myself better. And that's when you realize, if I want to express myself better, I need more grammar. That's when learning grammar finally has a purpose. You are not learning it because someone told you to. You are learning it because it helps you express yourself. And that's what keeps you motivated. So, if you want to get started today, try these three things. First, decide what you want to talk about with Japanese people. Prepare simple answers about yourself, your hobbies, your work, your family, and why you are learning Japanese. Practice saying them until they feel completely natural. Second, find one Japanese speaker whose speaking style you really like. Choose one short video. Spend an entire week practicing just that one video. Listen to it over and over, mimic it over and over. Your goal is to say everything without looking at the script. Instead of watching lots of different videos, make one video completely your own. That's how your speaking abilities grows. Third, speak Japanese every single day. Even 5 minutes is enough. Talk about what you're doing, what you are thinking, and what happened today. The goal isn't perfect Japanese. The goal is to get comfortable thinking and expressing yourself in Japanese. And you know what? I went through the exact same thing when I was learning English. For years, I kept telling myself, I need more grammar, I need more vocabulary, so I studied, but I barely spoke. Everything changed when I stopped treating English as something to study and started using it to communicate. I found people I wanted to sound like. I mimicked them. I spoke every single day, little by little. English stopped being something I studied and became something I actually used. So remember this, you don't become ready to speak by studying more, you become ready by speaking. And as you speak, you'll naturally discover what you need to learn next. Real quick, you made it to the end. Let me tell you what I know about you. You are not here just to casually study Japanese. You want to actually speak Japanese. You want to understand real conversations, talk to Japanese people, and feel confident using Japanese in real life. But you probably studied vocab and grammar only to freeze up when it's time to speak. And you are probably sick and tired of that. I get it. That's why I created a simple method to help you go from studying Japanese to actually using it. Learn useful Japanese, practice speaking, get feedback, and repeat. You don't gotta study harder. You just need the right way to learn. So if you are ready to stop just studying Japanese and start actually using it, check out the link in the description. I'm here to help you actually speak Japanese.